Hello there, it's Mr. S here, and what we're going to do today is a little science experiment about how solids and liquids behave and how different liquids with different evaporation points can behave under the same conditions. So the very first thing that we're going to do, or what we need, is a ramekin. Now this ramekin is made out of porcelain, but it could just as well be a saucer, a flat saucer, or a flat glass, anything that's got a kind of glossy, shiny, smooth surface at the bottom, a glass of ordinary tap water, and a whiteboard pen. Now I'm using a red one, but you can use any colour you want, but it's important it's a whiteboard pen, not a permanent pen. So the first thing that I'm going to do is draw a little figure here, and it's just going to be a little stick man that's joined all the way together. Now the reason I've drawn this picture here and the reason I'm showing this to you is that it occurred to me that many of you are probably Harry Potter fans, and in the Harry Potter series quite a few of the characters developed their photographs in a special magical potion, and the photos moved, and this is the next best thing. We can't do that ourselves, we're not wizards, but this works quite well as well, and I'll explain how that works in a little while. Now that the stickman is dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to tilt the ramekin so that there's water in the bottom, and then very gently rest it down so that the water coats the whole of the base, and you can see that the little character has now lifted off and it maintains its integrity. It can jiggle its legs, can dance, it can move around. Now I'm going to put a little bit more water, just a little bit, so that it can move around a bit more. Now you can hear my neighbours getting a delivery there, but there you go. Now the sciencey bit will come next, and I'll explain what's happening. Have fun. Okay, so here we are again. So what we have to know is how a whiteboard works. Now a whiteboard works by this pen, which contains a solvent. Generally it's a ketone or an alcohol, and that ketone or alcohol evaporates very quickly. So what happens when it evaporates is it leaves behind this red colour, and this red colour is in the form of a powder, a bit like chalk. So I don't know whether you can see that, but I'm going to take all of that away, and you can see very faintly over there some red powder that's on my hands. So if we look at our ramekin like that on a glossy surface like that, and I've drawn my stickman, what happens is that the alcohol evaporates just like I showed you to leave a powder, but the powder is stuck gently to the bottom of the ramekin, and then I pour my water in, and because the water dribbles in gently down the side and then dribbles along the base, what it does is when it gets to the stickman, it manages to pick it up off the surface and allows it to float. And because all the ink is joined together, the powdered ink is joined together, it maintains its shape. Now, it took me a few goes to do this, but I'm sure you can have lots of fun, and it's a great way to build up perseverance. So, have fun